This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters, help you swim even if feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me Travis, the CEO and founder of PlayerProps.ai. This video is the top 5 things that you need to do to increase your chances of turning $100 into $100,000 this calendar year. This is not a cherry picking kind of episode. This isn't where you just choose one of the 5. You're like, I like this one, I'll do this one. You have to do all 5 of these if you expect to win more money at the end of this year than you're spending. Now, statistically speaking, 99% of the people that will be watching this video and 99% of the people out there that are betting on sports, whether it's once a week, once a month, daily, doesn't matter, 99% of you did not finish with more money than what you bet on in 2024 anyway. To change that in 2025, do these 5 things. It will give you the best chance. Now, of course, there's no guarantees with anything, but I can guarantee that if you're not doing any of these 5, and you start doing all 5, you are going to have much less losses than you did in 2024. So let's get started. Make sure you don't skip around. You have to do all 5 of these. All 5. I'm looking to you, directly the person that's already intending to only do one of them and then complain about it when it doesn't work out. All 5. This is a system. This is how you beat the books in the long run. Number 1. Bankroll management. You've heard me say this in every single episode of the 500 that exist on this YouTube channel. You hear me say this every single day in the Discord and everywhere else that I post. Bankroll management is the number 1 reason why our successful VIP premium members are having the success they are. The people that aren't having success and they see all the VIP members that are having success trying to figure out what are they doing wrong, 99% of the time it's they're not following the bankroll management guidelines. It's a 20-80-20 rule. This is very detailed and explained in all my videos. We even have a channel inside of our Discord that just explains the 20-80-20 rule. But because this video is specifically going over the top 5 things, let's go ahead and go again into what the 20-80-20 rule means. At no given point, at any point of the day, should you be risking any more than 20% of your entire bankroll. Do not deposit 20 and bet 20. That is what's going to keep you losing. That's guaranteed to keep you losing. This is for the videos for the people that don't want to keep losing. Stop doing that. You figure out your bankroll, which we'll get into in a second, and then out of that bankroll, that number, 20% of that you can risk at any given time. So what does that mean? At any given time, it's impossible. It is 1,000,000% impossible for you to lose your entire bankroll in a single day. It's even impossible to lose your entire bankroll in 2 days, in 5 days, in 7 days, because you're following a strict bankroll management guideline. So we have 20%. Just for math's sake, to make it as simplified for you as possible, for those that don't want to do 20% in their heads, let's just say your bankroll is $100. 20% of $100 is $20. So at any given time during that day, because you started your day with $100 in your bankroll, you can't risk more than $20 at a given time. Now, remember, the rule I mentioned is called a 20-80-20 rule. So there's 2 more numbers. We just talked about what the first 20 means. Don't risk more than 20% of your bankroll in any given time. The second part is an 80 number. Of that $20 of our $100 bankroll, that 20%, which of course, again, this example is $20. Out of that first $20, 80% of it is for the safe stuff. And when I say safe stuff, we mean 1 picks and 2 picks for the people that are playing on prop apps where you have to do 2 picks or more. That's the safe stuff. 1 picks and 2 picks. 80% of your $20, which is $16, can go to the 1 to 2 picks. Then there's a little sliver left over, 4% or $4 in our $100 example. So again, let's break this down. We have a $100 bankroll. The first part is 20%, $20. That's how much we can risk. Of that $20 that we set aside that we can bet on and wager at any given time, that is $16. So now we have $16 on the safe 1 to 2 picks. That's the 80%. We have $4 left over because 4 and 16 equals 20. We have $4 left over. That can be on 3 picks, 4 picks, 5 picks, or up to 6 picks. If you want to win more money than you lose in 2025, you will follow bankroll management guidelines. And if you're like, I don't know if that's going to work out for me, well, look in the Discord to see people dropping tens and thousands of dollars worth of screenshots collectively over the course of a week or a month because they're following the bankroll management guidelines. There are people that are winning every single day because it's not rocket science. It's just taking the mindset of, oh, I have to pick a parlay. The parlay is what's going to make me a lot of money. You have to change your mindset, follow the 20-80-20 rule, and then you'll be posting winning screenshots every single day like everybody else in our Discord that's following the rule is doing. $20, 20%. 80% of the 20, $16. Safe, that's a one to two picks. In the last little bit, the $4, throw it on either up to a 6-pick parlay, 3 to 6. You can do whatever you want to do. Tying into that as well, this is something I'm saying every single day in the public community forums, like on Facebook and whatnot. Never, ever start your day with a parlay. I see people in every forum on planet Earth, on the interwebs, saying, anybody got a good 5-pick parlay today or a 6-leg? Stop it. You are going to lose more money this year than what you bet. It's a guarantee. It is a guarantee you're going to lose more. You do not start with parlays. You research, use the PlayerProps.ai app, you find bets that you like. Ooh, I like this guy's over. I like her under. I like this. I like that. And then you bet on them with your 80%, which is your single bets. Remember, from the 1 to 2 pick, the 80%. Okay, bet on this, bet on this, bet on this, bet on this. Now that you've picked your favorite bets, you then take the favorites of the favorites, and then you can parlay them together. So maybe you had 5 single bets you really liked, but there's 3 of them you really like. Well, you've already single bet on them, so now put up 3 of those together, and you have a 3-pick parlay for that last 20%. Never, ever start your day with how much picks in a slip that you want to have. You're never going to win in sports betting, and this video is for you. So don't do that. Now, the last part about the bankroll side of things is how do you figure out your bankroll? Again, we have many videos where we've mentioned this before, but again, for the people that are watching this kind of stuff for the first time and actually want to win more than they lose, bankroll is not however much money you deposit into your account every single week. It's how much money you can afford to lose. So what you do is if you're living by yourself, you look at all your finances. If you have a significant other or a roommate and you share bills and stuff like that, just look at all of the income, look at all of the outcome, the in, the out, the expenses, the income, all that good stuff. How much money can you afford to lose where it does not affect your daily life whatsoever? It doesn't affect your mental health. It doesn't affect your ability to pay bills, to have gas money, to go out and have fun, get nice dinner, anything like that. What's the most amount of money that you can lose? That is your bankroll. The most amount of money that you can lose that does not have any negative effect on your life if you do lose all of it. Of course, if you follow all the guidelines, you're not going to lose all of it. But in theory, if you did lose all of this money, this amount we're talking about, and it didn't affect your life, figure out what that number is. Some people out there, you are trying to bet to pay your bills. That is the worst possible scenario. That is how people go into dark holes and they can't get out of. If you're struggling to pay your bills, please stop betting. If you're struggling to pay, your rent, or you can only go out and you can get, the microwavable ramen instead of going out and getting, a nice steak dinner or whatever. Not that you have to go out and get steak dinner, but you know what I'm trying to say. If you're already kind of doing living paycheck to paycheck, please do not bet. If you need help to get you to stop betting, if it's something that you need to stop but you're not stopping, there are people with our partnerships that will help you out on the app. If you go to your profile, there's something that says concerned about your gambling. You tap on that and it'll sync you to my partners who are problem gambling specialists. Please, if you know you should not be betting, but you still cannot stop betting, there are people that will help you. So look into that. Again, going back to the bankroll, how much money can you afford to lose? Some people, it's only $100. Some people can afford to lose $1,000. Some people can afford to lose $10,000. It doesn't matter. Some even more than that. Do not compare your bankroll with anybody else's. Your bankroll is your bankroll. Your financial situation determines your bankroll, and that is what the number is. My recommendation is if your number is less than 100, wait until it gets to 100. It's really hard to start with like $10, $20 in your bankroll and then build up from there. So it's simply waiting until you've saved up $100 and then starting with that. That's like the very, very minimum. So if you're in a situation where you can't afford to lose $100, then stop betting. If it's close to 100 and you want to save up to that point, then you can start there. The goal of depositing with sportsbooks is only to deposit one time. You deposit once, you follow all the guidelines, your bankroll has fluctuations going up and down with wins and losses, but it never goes to zero, and you never have to deposit again. That is the ultimate goal. So that encompasses the first thing, bankroll management, knowing out of how much bankroll you have, what to spend on things, knowing how to determine what your bankroll is, and then knowing to determine when you shouldn't be betting whatsoever. There's actually a tool that we added on our PlayerProps.ai app and the site. On the website, it's a little calculator icon that's in the top right on the desktop site if you're on your computer. If you're on your app, or on our app, tap on profile, and then it just says betting calculator. It'll just say calculator. You tap on that, and there's something that says bankroll. Tap on bankroll, and you just put in what your bankroll is. So let's say your bankroll is $1,000. You throw in $1,000 into this little box, you hit calculate, and it'll tell you the 20-80-20 rule. Okay, you have $1,000. You can risk up to $200 today. Of that $200, $160 is for the safe 1 to 2 picks, and then the rest that's left over is the $40. You can do that on 3 to 6 pick parlays. So if you don't want to do the math, you don't have to. Everything I've built for you takes out the math. There's some people that like math. There's some people that are good at math. There's some people that hate it and just don't like it. You don't have to have math skills to be good at betting, especially off the tools I've created for you. So go to the betting calculator, throw in your bankroll every day there, and then it'll just tell you this is what you should do based on if you're going to follow our bankroll management guidelines. That exact same tool is also in the Discord. The channel is BRMBot. Again, you throw in your bankroll, and it spits out what you should be doing there. So that's number one, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, bankroll management. And number two, line shopping. So we actually just added tools pretty much as right as this video went up. We added 2 new tools to our app, a player props comparison and an odds comparison to make line shopping a no-brainer, super easy thing to do. And we even have videos on top of those tools that teach you how to use them in case you need a little bit of help. Everybody learns at different speeds. Nobody's too dumb to use this app. We make it as easy as possible for everybody. But line shopping is extremely important. So what line shopping means is you're looking across all the sports books that are available to you and determining for whatever player prop you're looking at, or spread or total, which one has the best line to make it give you the best chance to win. So if we're looking at a player prop, let's say LeBron James over under 23.5 points. All of the stuff on our the other tools we have on the app, everything you're looking at, you're like, he's going to go over 23.5 points. If you're going over a number, a spread, a total, a player prop line, you want the lowest player prop line possible because you want it to easily cover the over, right? So if he's saying 23.5 over, and then you look at our player props ops comparison, our player props comparison tool, and it says, hey, on FanDuel, you're looking at 23.5, but on DraftKings, he's actually 22.5. If you were going to go over on 23.5 anyway, you might as well only bet it on DraftKings, because if he scores 23 points exactly, you bet on DraftKings at a 22.5 line, you win. But you bet on FanDuel at the 23.5 line, and he finishes with 23, you lose. You would be shocked. You would be floored if you went back, let's say all of 2024, you only bet on one book the entire time. You would probably throw up in your mouth if you would go back and look at historical lines and odds of all of the things you bet on. So every single time you got hooked, which is essentially you betting on something that's got a 0.5 and it misses by that 0.5, you would be floored and disgusted by how many more bets you would have won if you found the better line on a different book. The books do not care about you. They have no loyalty to you. Therefore, you should not have any loyalty to them. I never want to hear, well, I only bet on this sports book because that's just what I like to bet on. If you want to take betting seriously in 2025, if you want to try to turn 100 and 100,000 over the course of the year, you have to shop for lines. It will greatly increase your win percentage. Which leads us to number 3. Your sole focus in 2025 is increasing your win percentage. Your number one focus is not making as much money as possible. That's what caught you in this place in the first time of you losing more money in 2024 than what you won. You're chasing money. Do not chase money. Chase wins. When you're doing 15 pick parlays every single day, that is you chasing losses. You're trying to lose as much as possible as often as possible, because the implied chance and the predicted chance of that is less than 1% most of the time. So your number one goal for 2025 is not to make as much money as possible with sports betting. It's to increase your win percentage as much as possible. When you increase your win percentage, the money just comes. The money comes. It's tied into it. You increase your win percentage, you make more money. But if you focus on increasing your money, you'll be doing crazier bets that won't hit, and you're going to increase your losing percentage. So that's why it's important. Your main focal point. Shift everything anybody ever told you. Increase your win percentage. That's number 3. There's no tools or anything like that. It's just basic understanding that when you're putting in a bet, it's not how much money can I make on this bet. It's how can I make it where this bet is more likely to win. And when you're putting multiple things together in a parlay, every single thing you add in there makes it less likely for you to win. Something else that we have, tool-wise actually, is in the same calculator I mentioned for step 1, the betting calculator that had bankroll management, the 20-80-20 rule calculated where you just type in something and it pops out. That's also something you can use for parlays or any bet. Doesn't even have to be parlays. If you're not sure what the implied chance is of this bet hitting, let's say you do 10 picks and it's like plus 1,300. You take plus 1,300, go to the same calculator on the website and the app, tap on implied, throw 1,300 in there, and it'll say this bet has I don't know what the math is on that on the top of my head, but let's just say it's a 2.5 chance of hitting. Is that going to increase your win percentage betting on 2.5% implied chances? No. Focus on increasing your win percentage. So before we do any more, let's do a quick recap on those first 3. Bankroll management, not only determining through our bankroll management guideline of 20-80-20 of how much you should be wagering on what type of bets, but also determining what your bankroll is for 2025, what your starting bankroll is going to look like. Number 2, shopping for lines. Stop shooting yourself in the foot by giving some sportsbook loyalty it doesn't deserve, and get the book that has the best line for whatever you're going to be betting on. And then number 3, again, we just said, increase your win percentage. That is your number one focus. If you just focus on that, your 2025 is going to be a whole lot better than 2024. So there's the top 3 so far. Number 4 is asking for help. The number one reason that people don't have success with PlayerProps.ai, out of the very few people that don't, is they don't follow the bankroll management guidelines. That's definitely the number one thing you need to do. Everybody that follows the bankroll management guidelines, it's guaranteed to lose less often than they were losing before they found us. If you found us because you're losing too many bets and you want to have a source and a community that helps you win more, you follow bankroll management guidelines, you win more. The number 2 reason that people may not have success with PlayerProps.ai is they don't ask for help when they need it. I make all these videos on a daily basis to teach you every single day of your life how to properly use our tools. I teach you how to use it every single day. There's videos I do. I pull up the screen. This is what we're looking at today. This is how to use it. If anything, whether it's on the app or just about sports betting in general, you're not 100% sure of, there are 15,000 people that will answer your question in our community Discord, which is why it's essential that you join it. That's actually number 3 of why people don't have success. 1 is they don't do bankroll management, don't follow the guidelines. Number 2 is they don't ask for help. And then number 3 is they're not in the Discord in the first place to ask for help. I don't care if you don't have a Discord account. If you want to lose less and win more in 2025, download the gosh dang app, create an account, and get in our Discord. It's free to join. It's easy. So that's number 4. Number 4 is asking questions. If you don't want to ask in a public forum, like in an open channel in Discord, that's fine. You can DM me a question. You can go to the questions tab. You can do whatever you need to do. Use Discord, reach out. There's 15,000 people more than happy to help you out. Also, if you want to ask questions about the bets you're about to lock in, don't lock in your bets and then post a screenshot saying, what do you guys think? Because what if everybody hates it? Don't. You want to take what you're looking at, throw that in the public channels or the VIP channels for our premium members, and then say, what do you guys think? And if they don't like it, you can move things around. If they tell you why, maybe you didn't use the tool correctly or anything like that, then you can lock it in after that. So yeah, there's so much that kind of goes into just asking for help, asking for questions. We are the most helpful community in the entire industry, and I've built it that way for a reason. There's no question that's too dumb. So if you have a question like, oh, I don't want to feel like an idiot asking that, I promise you, no one in the Discord will make you feel dumb, because we know that everybody learns at different levels, and we're the only one that caters to bettors of all shapes and sizes and skill sets. If you're betting a day one better, you just joined us, you're trying to learn, perfect. Ask as many questions as you have. We are the most helpful community. So that's number 4, ask questions. And finally, number 5 is just simply take this a little more serious than you did last year. So if you're just betting to bet and you're losing a lot of money, and for whatever reason that's okay with you, then again, sports betting is not for you. You probably shouldn't be betting on sports. Even if you're a billionaire and you're losing money, like, yeah, whatever, it's only $1 million still. Like, I'll never wrap my brain around people that are okay with losing money. Yeah, you want to have skin in the game, all that stuff I said before, but no. Number 5, take it a little bit more seriously. So the people that I know take it seriously is they download the app, they quickly watch all the videos, they learn how to use it, referring to the PlayerProps.ai app, and then they upgrade their account to get full access to everything. Then there's people who download the app, they learn how to use it from the free access they have, but they never upgrade their account to get full access to not just all the features the app has, but also all the VIP channels. That's where 99% of all of the Discord engagement happens, is in the VIP channels, because most of our Discord people have upgraded to VIP. But there is a sense of taking it more seriously by upgrading your account. It's only $1.97 a day before the prices go up. That's what the monthly is. If you want to get annual, it breaks down to $1.37 a day. If you're losing at least $10 a day betting, which I'm sure a lot of you may be losing more than that, $100, $200 a day betting, but if you're losing at least 10, it is worth it times 1,000,000 for you to sign up for something that's only $1.97 a day on average, that gives you a community of 15,000 people willing to help teach and help answer questions. And you can bounce ideas off or just see what they're tailing from using the app as well. There's VIP channels. There's one called Community Picks. Every single one of our premium members drops their single favorite play in there, and they also keep track so you can see who's on a hot streak or who's not doing too well, but it doesn't matter. It's just a fun thing we do there anyway. But you got to take it more serious. You got to do the first 4 things. You can't just choose one. You have to do all 4. If you're going to sign up for the app, if you're going to take betting more seriously, you're going to upgrade your account on the app. After you upgrade your account, you have to do steps 1 through 4. You have to take betting seriously. You have to figure out what your bankroll is. You have to apply the 20-80-20 rule to everything you do every day. You have to use the new comparison tools we just dropped to figure out which sportsbook has the best line for you. Now, of course, if you're in a space you only have one sportsbook, then hey, you're kind of stuck on the line shopping. But if you have the option, you have to be using the option. Ask questions, all of those things. Take it serious. Increase your win percentage. It is impossible. It is impossible for you to do all 5 of those things and lose more money than you did last year betting on sports. It's impossible. Because I know why most people are losing money, which is why I created PlayerProps.ai in the first place. Ask questions. Get in the Discord. Upgrade your account. Focus solely on increasing your win percentage. Focus on what your bankroll is. Focus on bankroll management. Ladies and gentlemen, you do those things. You start with a $100 bankroll. By the end of the calendar year, you put yourself in a great chance to turn 100 to 100,000 by the end of 2025, simply following those 5 things. If you are committed to having the best 2025 you can, please comment in the YouTube comments, what's the YouTube chat, the YouTube comments. Just say, I'm in. Comment, I'm in, making me know that you watched this entire thing start to finish, that you are committing to yourself on having the best 2025 you can. So comment, I'm in YouTube comments. Good luck, guys. And of course, as always, we'll see you in the Discord. But good luck.